few items online to really feel successful in that lane, whereas Muzenkov can pretty much just walk up the lane at level 1, level 2, and full clear the wave.
Well, it's going to be a bloody first game here between the Oni Warriors and the Atlantis Leviathans. We'll throw it over to Gormizer and Mifflin for game 1.
And the last set of week 1 kicks off right now. It is going to be Nika on the Camazotz of season 8, and so far he's been doing pretty well in season 9. But it's a Bacchus Kernos versus Medusa Atlas. It feels like we're bound for kills to happen in the duo lane.
Yeah, I would probably still give the edge over towards the Atlas as Yarkor.
Doesn't make it out of there. I was looking at it like, is he going to be able to close that gap? Trimmers, gonna be complicated.
Probably start rotating over towards the duo lane. Both Rongyu and Zapman susceptible to those walls.
He might need it here. Neil is the target. Neil's gonna go down. There's no way for him to escape. Panatom gets the first kill for the Leviathans.
But you're right. You called it. Cubo Fred already starting the rotation.
He's going to be able to catch out maybe a higher priority targeted Zapman. Zap's going to have to dash towards the jungle. We'll have to see where he goes. Cuvo used the blink to close the gap, but he's still looking for a little bit more. Does not have his move speed buff. Rongyu, Shinto, they're going to be right there. There's the walls from Cuvo, and the Trimmers as well. Going to get pulled away. Zap's one hit, and Dardes is going to be able to pick that up. Won't get the stinger back, though. Shinto, Rongyu.
Anywhere there aren't leaps to deal with, that the walls from his ultimate is probably a good spot as Neomod dashes forward, nearly connects the stun on the Panatom. That should fizzle out from here. As you can see, Rongyu already going for the disengage, but Cubo Fred won't allow it.
And he's going to get caught out, and that could be the engage. Walls are good on the Panatom. Panatom's not going to be able to escape, and it's a kill for Vote, and he's going to look for another. Neil credit for it, and Rongyu goes down 2 for an untrade in favor of the Warriors, and they're driving this pace up.
Even with Yarkor making the rotation as well, there is some anti-heal that you could worry about just in the Aussie from Zap.
Beads used by Vote. He almost turns around to kill onto Zapman, but the 3v1 from the Leviathans is a little too strong.
Once he backs and picks up the Breastplate of Valor, he'll just be able to do it a little bit more often. The lead for Cubo Fred, generally the originator of that damage, as Neoma gets aggressive.
He's
good lord.
Hovering around here. Yeah, the punch from Cubo is so much damage. Neil might get caught out, though. Does not have the belly flop yet. The stun's going to be great, and Hardcore is going to find the kill. Cubo getting knocked around. The Winds of Shamash slowing him down, and the kill goes to Shinto. And they tie it up 4-4, 11 minutes in.
So now the Leviathans has a 5-stack.
Has not been able to find it. Beads burned by Dardes.
Yeah, easy beads pickup for Rongyu, who's able to grab him in the midst of that team fight as Zapman lines up against Vote with the help of Rongyu.
Yeah, Rongyu's here to play savior, but Neil comes in to disrupt it. The belly flop's going to close the gap there. Panatom, he's around, but it seems like the disengage too strong from the Warriors.
He clears out that wave, should be able to match the rotation of Nika on the other side. Gold Fury pulled out, dropped to 50%. The Leviathans hovering close.
They're going to go in. Winds of Shamash dropped, and Leviathans are going to be able to peel that one away. Neil goes in. Knock up onto Zap is good. The Atlas ult trying to find where it wants to go. Shinto in a little bit of trouble. Aegis is good. Nika, though, a little bit stronger and is able to find the kill. So 1 for Gold Fury. Nika trying to get out with his life. Rongyu gets burned down, and it looks like Zap's going to be next on the chopping block. The jump in, the knock-up is good, and Nika finds himself a double. They killed off Cubo, but they're losing Member 1 by 1. Nika gets himself a triple. Panatom's just running for his life.
He's got the entirety of the Oni Warriors, barring Cubo Fred on his heels, buying some time. It seems like Nika was taking the high path there just to make sure that Panatom Warriors grouped as 5 are starting to approach.
They're going to be able to walk in. There's the Frenzy. So the tower absolutely shredded. Neil Ma might end up following a similar fate. Slows are going to be there. Stun's going to be good from Hardcore. He drops the Intoxicate to peel, and Zapman is the one in trouble. Good drop kick from Panatom. Continues to peel for them, and Cubo Fred goes down. Neil Ma's low and can't re-engage, and that's going to be a lot of frontline pressure. Disappeared from the Warriors. They're running away. A minute left on this Fiery Giant power play, and it doesn't seem like it's going to make the big difference when just Ramash slowing things down. Vote, Dardes trying to turn it around, but instead Nika is going to come back in full health, and a a lot of damage to offer. He picks up 2, and it's Hardcore and Zapman taken down, and they're gonna go for more. Shinto, let's make it 3. Can he find himself a 4th? And that is gonna be the pickup on the Panatom. Wrong you is all that stands between him and a full-on deicide, but Nika not gonna be able to quite chase it out. Either way, it is a huge wipe from the Leviathans.
The Leviathans, again, just not on
Figure
the
out
same
how to
page.
break into this base.
Yeah, your ability to shred Phoenixes is incredibly high, but getting through the front line is difficult without a mage.
Well, Neil goes in. He's looking for a stun. Not going to be able to find it. The belly flop wasn't good either, and now it's a disengaged fight from the Warriors. Split up, but Zapman's low. Zapman might be an easy kill. The ult comes through, and Nika's slow. A little more damage from the Phoenix, and anybody else, maybe he goes down. Instead, it's the turnaround for the Warriors. Vote picks that one up, and they've got fire minions coming in on mid. They've got the power with them. But it is a 5v4. Still not confident enough to go straight to the Titan. Instead, it's a beeline to the left Phoenix.
Nika's going to resustain pretty quickly. Just Vampire Bats any camp. And with that Caduceus shield, should be able to resustain with the help of Fire Giant as well. Leviathans are strong as 4, but it's going to be 40 seconds on Yarkor.
Ooh, double knock-up from Neil, and the damage follow-up from Dardes is just too much to handle. Nika, make sure to put one more down. It's Shinto and Zap trying to do whatever they can, but they won't have the time, and they won't have the means. The Leviathans have been put down by the Oni Warriors here in game number 1.
And Cuvo Fred popping off preemptively from the grayscale screen. Absolutely fine. 0-4 and 12 for the jungler, but sometimes KDAs do not reflect your
He
impact.
said both kind of no-play zones in their own right.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You do have this E-set ult, and it is mid, obviously, so you're going to have a lot more damage and a lot more confirm, but the Leviathans can just say, hey, we have an E-set too, and we're going to confirm that just as quickly because we have the Morgan. Shinto's going to turn to E-set if they need to, and just say, this Gold Fury's done. So you're going to have to watch out on both sides.
Leviathans going to need to pivot this game in their advantage. They want to move on into game number 3. But before we can see if game 3 happens, let's see what happens in game 2.
This is going to be a big one. The Oni Warriors, Mifflin, I did decide to double check it. First win ever against the Leviathans in a game.
Establish pressure. Once these supports and once these junglers stop ganking him, we've already seen 2 or 3 attempts on his life, as you said, and it is now reflected in the experience. That man a level down.
Cuvo, as well as a lot of the Warriors hanging around mid lane. And it's a fight over the mid camps. Offerings picked up by the Warriors. I'm going to pull on to Wrong You. That ends up turning into a root onto Neil Ma. Neil might be the one who gets consumed for first blood. Reses himself. Vote is here to try and play protector, but there's not much you can do. Panatom, first blood, 6.5 minutes into this game. Enough being able to get away from that gank. How do you feel about this Voidstone pickup for Dardes?
Well, if Dardes is going to be in the face of everybody is what I would have said, but Wrong You's in some trouble here, so we got to talk about that. Pulled back by the winds of Shamash, and Cuvo Fred will get credit for the kill, tying up the kill count. Only Warriors now notching 1 on their belt. So if you're going to channel Wing Gust consistently in some of these team fights, that means you're largely going to be point blank of the first neutral objectives this time. But the gold is 600, 500. That's nothing.
Yeah, easy to ignore. Here's going to be the trade out. Beads for ult. Vote, though, in a little bit of trouble. Shinto coming around the back of the tower is going to get spotted out here. There's the transformation. Winds of Shamash drop down. There's going to be a drop kick stun, and Vote's taking a lot of damage. Gets some in retaliation. Hasn't died yet, finally. Zapman's going to be able to find it, and they get the tier 1 to boot. So a big kill and a big play for the Leviathans.
Yeah, Zapman spends the entire time that Shinto was actually fighting Vote. Blink forward, though. Maybe he's able to catch him out.
Yeah, he's going to try to keep Dardes in this. Descent into Madness thrown out. There's a knock up, and there's
Good
the Dharmic
Aegis.
Pillars. Aegis continues. Dardes' life circle of protection thrown out. It's not charging too much. Going to be able to heal back to full. It's going to be the 5-on-5 running it through Zap. The only one missing right now. That's the Warriors still trying to aggress. There's a stun onto Hardcore Beads. Gonna get forced out. The damage almost there. Winds of Shamash thrown out, and Shinto is the target for Cuvo Fred. Not able to find it. Hardcore gets out of there. Panatom cannot say the same. Taken down and just shy there on Dardes' Spirit Ball to be able to pick up another kill. And they're not done. There's the res thrown out onto Neil. Nika is going to have it procced here.
He's
now
back.
You've got more health and ready to go. They're gonna dash back. This tier 2 maybe affording too much damage towards the Leviathans.
Shinto, it's a great way to make somebody leave an objective. You drop a circle protection at 50% when the other one's already dropped. That's a true coin toss.
Ooh, what a combo of stuns. Dardes, Spirit Ball into Cuvo, dropkick. Good luck trying to respond to that. Beads do come through from Shinto, and it does not matter. They are going for the larger buff. Started up, not actually dealing the damage. Instead, the pull is onto Hardcore. The beads get used in retaliation. Zapman is the primary target, but we've seen this go wrong before, and it's going to be Cthulhu. And let's go ahead and call it Cthulhu because they're coming in. There's the res onto Vote. Dardes is low, and Dardes is gone. The Leviathans ready to continue running forward.
Have they been
Nika
hit?
just slamming it down, and look at Hardcore's health bar. I don't think he got touched, and if he did, well, then it didn't mean much. They kill off 3. A drop kick from Cuvo peels for himself, and Vote rezzed during that fight. Manages to get out. But with Shinto and Hardcore chasing, Cuvo has no chance to get back to that FG pit. So Leviathans get themselves the big objective.
Cuvo Fred taking some very strange pathing through the jungle. When he juked backwards towards Shinto, I thought that was the end of his life. Had he just kept walking forward, would have just got out of range. Instead, passed himself into the jungle and give Shinto another attempt, another pass at trying to finish off that kill. Zapman should get credit for the Fire Giant shortly, as nobody from the Oni Warriors is around, and this is about having to commit his body to the cause. So it might be a little bit until they engage, or maybe it's just now.
There's the Dharmic Pillars. There's Hardcore up into the Descent into Madness, and they're going to go for a little bit. Good stuns from Vote.
4-man
out. Now they're going to continue this fight. Damage onto Hardcore is looking decent, but not good enough. The Phoenix still fine and healthy. The Warriors are pushing them back. Nika slowly moving forward to the back line, trying to figure out where to get these stuns. Crits ringing true onto the health bar. Seems to be enough to find the stun, the displacement. There's going to be a circle of protection, and it's not going to do enough of healing. Instead, it's separation. Cuvo a little too deep, jumps back. Phoenix line is where the Warriors want to play, and it's going to be an opening for the Leviathans to move forward. Shinto as Cthulhu, going to get some knockups in the back line. Damage back and forth, Mifflin, but it seems like Panatom might be the first to fall. Nika chases it up to the wall. All you need is a couple more hits, and there it is, the first kill of the fight. The Phoenix does go down for the Leviathans. Zapman stunned. The dash is going to be good. Still has his Aegis and is going to be able to survive this one. Hardcore might not be able to say the same. Wants to get a kill onto Neil. Won't be able to find it. So it's 2 for the bird.
2 for his respawn, and no teleport means it's going to be a while till he gets here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to start this one up. Circle of protection is there for Dardes. Shinto has a transformation, but you had mentioned steal potential, maybe not there with that. Confirmed potential will be. Dharmic Pillars dropped early. Circle of protection charged up. Warrior's going to get the Fire Giant.
Healthy.
And now they're starting to move forward. Nika is a little low, but it doesn't matter. They pull Zap, and they're going to just delete him from the map. Panatom Shinto separated from the team. Hardcore's back, and Hardcore's in his ult, but it is trying to run away instead of re-engage. Cuvo jumps in,
this is
and they're looking to burn down the solo laner. The damage is there. The knockups only slowing down the inevitable, and Hardcore gets burned.
This could very well be game, Gore. 60 seconds left on your core. 40 seconds left on Zapman. Sure, your Titan's taking some damage. It's slow. Panatom, can he do it on his own?
This is going to be a little bit of a base race. How many fire minions will be in there for the jungler as he runs in there to try and deal the damage? It's going to be at half health. The Titans are walking in, the Warriors walking in, and he's got plenty of damage. They need to get active, and they need to get it now. They're not going to be able to do so. Panatom wins the game for the Leviathans despite a catastrophic fight.
That has got to be crushing on the heart of the Oni Warriors from the brink, able to take away the enhanced fire.
The Morgan, that's where my vote sort of leans to.
Well, Oni Warriors are 1 game away from dethroning the former World Championships, bringing them their first set loss of the season. And their first set loss since Worlds. Can the Oni Warriors do it here in game number 3?
I'm excited to see how this one shakes out. It's Goran Myth one more time this weekend. Go as we jump like a chunk of the map. I guess really he only goes.
So there's only like 2 globals in the game.
No, there's more than 2 globals.
Fair enough. Talk about the fight.
Okay, it's going to be around the blue buff. And it's going to be Panatom low health. Cuvo dipping low, though. Won't be able to get to the tier 2. A good dash
juke.
Gets him back under, and Hardcore isn't going to commit to that. It gives Nika first blood, and now they're going to continue to chase. Hardcore is low, and Dardes has rotated. The stun's not going to be there, but the damage is still good. Hardcore peels for himself, but the chase is on Cuvo. Doesn't even need the dash. It's going to be Dardes with the second kill. Good pickups from the Oni Warriors.
That is the Oni Warriors. That is exactly what the Assassin Soul Lane item. It just is such a great stat stick. I believe it's around 40 power when it's fully stacked up, 10% penetration. And here's the combo we were just talking about.
Yeah, they're going for the pull, and there it is. The damage going to be good.
What do you do? What do you
do? You cry and then sit in grayscale. At that point, maybe you open the store a little bit earlier so you can get like your item purchases ready and queued up for yourself. Purple buff invaded and stolen away by the Leviathans. Neil Ma
almost soloed him.
Chasing for a little bit more. They're going for the ult, and that is going to be just shy damage onto the wrong
showing
target.
that the Leviathans are just getting more from the map. The only Warriors have shown up to defend their purple buff this time around, but the Leviathans don't care.
Wrong U goes in. Silence is going to be there. CC is good. Good stun from
Shoulda
Zap,
cared.
but it's not enough to stop the kill. In fact, they're going to be able to pick up two.
Definitely shoulda cared.
Goes down, and now Zapman, what are you going to do to get out of here? Vote has
God.
gotten aggressive, and Cuvo makes a rotation as well. Pick up 3, and that could be and should be a Gold Fury.
Yeah, still have Cuvo Fred's ultimate, so if anyone decides to step their way forward, well, they'd probably lose their beads. Except for hell, Cheeto could just cleanse the old-fashioned way from the kit, but the Leviathans over-aggressive yet again. I suppose just got a little bit too used to having that.
Is what he's aiming for. It seems like that's where they'll go. Neil rooted out. There's the Dharmic Pillars trying to create a little bit of separation. And that man comes in, stuns him immediately, and that's going to be a knock-up onto Dardes as well. Transformation into the Gilgamesh, and immediately they pick up Zap. Now, where can they find the turnaround? Cuvo's still here.
Wow.
Cuvo doesn't have the Powwow. Seems like that's going to be what they want out of this. Nika's damage, not going to be able to connect, so it's a 1-for-1.
Nika narrowly avoids the knockup. The blink forward from Wrong U goes unrewarded. Stun no good. Nika forced to use the beads regardless as Panatom may have stepped too far forward.
Ooh, so much damage. Vote credit for the kill. And they make it look so good. It took them a little while in game 2 to really get on board with where they needed to be. But it seems like they've righted that ship here in game number 3. Hardcore maybe looking for a little bit more though. Stun into beads immediately. The solo laner chasing down Dardes and Cuvo. Panatom joins the fray. Powwow is going to come out. Chain's going to be good, but the beads a little bit better. Dardes taking too much damage, and he's going to get taken down. Cuvo tries to fight back. He's going to be able to escape with his life. And now Panatom is the one who has to be worried. Leap gets him out of the fight, and it's so far Dardes for none. Nika trying to come into the fray, but he has to use an Aegis and stay alive. He's got the damage to be able to get rid of at least Panatom, and they make this go 1-for-1.
1-for-1, jungle for mid. Dardes back in 25, Panatom in 35. The Leviathans
has been 2-0-4. You know, Season 7, we talked about it. Season 8, we talked about it. Not necessarily the best performances from him. Good dash into the wall from Vote. And now Dardes using the Turnaball ult to get over here with Neil Ma. They're going to chase him down, and they're going to be able to just kill Zapman. Panatom trying to run away. The Horus is here. But Wrong U, honestly, it might not be the place you want to be.
We got him.
The chain's going to be locked, and that's the pull back in. Cuvo puts a third onto his belt and finds another kill.
Now, can the Oni Warriors keep up this siege? Nika has locked eyes with 2 members of the Leviathans elsewhere on the map.
Bait over to the Gold Fury, let the Warriors come in for the fight, and then you just ult on over towards the FG and try to force him into an awkward spot. Same thing could be said for Dardes, who goes in the transformation powwow into the sky. And he's going to be looking for some pulls. There's the second one, and now they're looking for more chains, beads. Not going to be good enough for everybody. Nika kills off Hardcore, and now it's the go button. But Neil, he's taking too much damage. The tower is going to help out the Leviathans here, help them kill off the support. And it's 1-for-1. Wrong U once more. Vote trying to get out of here, goes up into the skies, needs more assistance. He's going to come crashing back down exactly where he was. Dardes in base. Cuvo unsure about the fight. Dashed into the wall one more time, and Vote is prolonging his life as best he can. Damage is good, but the stun's gonna be a little bit better. The Warriors lose another. Now Cuvo, Dardes, Nika, everything on the plate.
Vision control on the table. Towards the center. Meanwhile, junglers 1v1.
CC is going to be the name of the game here. Cuvo takes a lot off the drop kick. Winds of Shamash dropped away. Cuvo has to get out of here, but he's not going to be able to escape. And that's a free kill for the Leviathans. Panatom chases him down.
Full HP, by the way.
Does not matter if you've got the ward vision for the Warriors. This should be a start up for the Leviathans, or at least comfort around the FG pit for the Leviathans.
Yeah, major fumble from Cuvo Fred there, who chose that fight, by the way. It wasn't Panatom chasing out the Daji. It was quite the opposite. 40 seconds of the grayscale to think about his mistakes as Fire Giant drops low.
Dardes comes around the bottom of the pit, doesn't hit his damage onto Zap. The Fire Giant gets leashed. It's sitting around 1/4 HP, and they're going to jump in. It is going to be a Gilgamesh versus Shinto as they try to copy and replicate what Panatom's been able to do. The team's going to be able to come in. Neil loses his life, and now it's even longer. I mean, look at this, 40 seconds on Cuvo and Neil. and it's a 3v5. Fire Giant leash Dardes too low. Nika might be their only chance for a steal.
Is that timer right? Was Cubo's death timer so much longer that Neilma is going to respawn first? No, Cubo Fred has just respawned. Okay, must have been my own brain freaking out there.
Neilma for a stun with Panatom's position. They might be able to find something here. He's going to get the lead, followed up by Cubo. The damage is going to be good. We've seen this play through one more time, but this time Cubo has a little more help, and he's looking for anyone to pull
He's
in.
still
Not going to be able to
alive?
find it. Panatom is absolutely still kicking it, and they have the healing necessary. I mean, he's got a hell behind him, and it's going to be the engage from the other side. Horus looking to drop down.
That's
Neil
not good.
knocked up from it, and all Leviathans are here to find their kills. That man does go down, but they lose 2 in the process for the Warriors. Dardes, Cubo, and Nika forced to run away to try and stay alive.
You're telling me the Leviathans won a team fight and Zapman's in the grayscale? That is breaking news. Just kidding, it happens pretty often for the Leviathans. Cubo Fred on the retreat. The
That's
Leviathans.
like all Oxy's notes ever say.
Zapman dead, everything's good from there. Cubo Fred gonna try and retreat. Trickster Spirit towards the minion wave, gonna be available shortly and should secure his escape. Surprise Leviathans. We're willing to chase all the way here? Oh, this is why. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're going for the kill. They're going to be able to find it, no problem.
Wow.
That is a minute without Cubo, and everyone else is going to be respawning soon.
Nika too?
Nika gone.
Whoa.
Dardes has to sit back and relax while this Phoenix goes down. He's not going to have anything to say about this. Leviathans, yeah, there's no way they push into this. Are the ones that maybe catch me off guard the most here. That's a lot of healing that is not getting shut down. You've got a Contagion, 2 Brawlers, and not a lot left in the tanks.
Okay.
But Shinto gets burned down.
He's full health.
Fist, and wow, he has all of his health back, and now the Leviathans fall back. And watch this as they just temper through all of their health bar.
Panatom
got low, but it's not enough. Cubo up on the Palau pulls in 1, but it's just that man. They get Panatom, they get Shinto. They're looking for Zap. This might be the turnaround they needed. Nika is able to dash forward. The damage is looking good. They don't need the Ankh if you can just kill them, and they're going to push even further. A 4-man swing. Wrong You stays alive, but where do they go? What do they do with the pressure? 2 towers up, and they have fire minions on the left. It looks like Cubo's chasing down the kill. The rest of the team's going to start running down mid.
Yeah, Cubo Fred's got Wrong You dead to rights, and he should be able to rejoin his team very shortly. The Oni Warriors have got 30 seconds to play with. Don't go through mid, maybe go through left. You don't have an enhanced Fire Giant. Would probably be quicker to just walk past this and go to the left side Phoenix. Who am I to say? The Oni Warriors know what they're doing. Tier 2 tower will fall down. Mid Phoenix being approached. Still 20 seconds left to play with. They might have this.
Oh, they're walking forward. This Phoenix is falling pretty quick. It's 35.
Oh, they got it.
The game, and they walk in. The Oni Warriors, for the first time in their franchise, take a win. And look at Cuba, well deserved.
I thought our chair was about to get knocked out.
Beat the Leviathans.
That is.